What happens when 4 supporting characters outshine the main characters in the successful film franchise? They get their own movie, of course.
Right here. Let's go.
Hi, Faceless here, and did DreamWorks have a winner with this new animated feature? Sort of? Let's take a look at the penguins of Madagascar. These 4 flightless birds in tuxedo have been in every Madagascar movie, beginning with the first movie, released in 2005, to the last movie, released in 2012. Over time, they become so popular amongst the fans that DreamWorks commissioned a couple of spin-off videos, even a television series on Nickelodeon. So, having their own standalone movie was inevitable, and I'm sure DreamWorks thought they could profit off their popularity.
That's right, boys! Our cash cows finally come in! Yeehaw!
So who are these penguins? First you have Kowalski. He's the second in command and the smart one of the bunch, almost like Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He basically advises on the technical aspects of the plans on whether they will work or not. And then there's Rico, the resident badass of the gang. He's the team's weapons expert slash human duffel bag. Or is that penguin duffel bag? Ew. Out of the 4, he doesn't speak all that much, if any at all. Though he does carry a certain personality through his actions that make one wonder if he's treading towards being homicidal. The run of the team is Private. This little guy is pretty much the gang's pushover. If anything, he plays as the bait for most of their outlandish plans. But I'll have to say this guy has heart, and he's pretty lovable. Lastly, you have Skipper, the gang's leader, who quite honestly is a bit full of himself. He seems to have the answers to any of the problems that come their way, and has a commanding presence no matter how silly he can be. However, it's his attitude that makes him stand out, and in my opinion, the most popular out of the 4. Now at the get-go, the movie reveals the origins of our 4 little heroes. This little part can be seen in the sneak preview that was broadcast before the release of the film. Click on the link below if you want to view. After that, the movie fast forward to where we last left them off in Madagascar 3. Yeah, be prepared to listen to that for a hot second or two. Their adventure starts when they break away from the circus, leaving the main characters of Madagascar behind. During the departure of these guys, they decide to get a surprise birthday present for Private, who ironically is his birthday today. And what do they do for the surprise birthday gift? They break into Fort Knox. After they accomplish their mission, they get abducted by Octavius Brine, who's an octopus named Dave disguised as a human, voiced by John Malkovich. Dave's pretty much butthurt because years prior he was the main attraction at Central Park Zoo till the 4 penguins arrived. His devious plan is to exact revenge not only to our 4 heroes, but to the whole penguin species. Wow, this guy has a grudge. Of course, our boys make a daring escape through the waterways of Venice, Italy, only to be rescued by an elite group called North Wind. These guys are led by a snow dog whose name is classified, but Skipper calls him classified. Either he doesn't quite understand the name is in fact classified for security reason, or just purposely calls him that just to get a rise out of him. Classified, or whatever his name really is voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. You know, the guy that played as Khan in the last Star Trek sequel, and does the voice for Smaug in the Hobbit movies. Jeez, this guy really gets around. Now this movie's got 2 plots going on. In one plot, there's this back and forth competition between Skipper and Classified to which whose team is better. Both have a common goal in capturing Dave, but instead of working together, they pretty much step on each other's toes, in turn fouling up each other's plans. The other plot revolves around Private, who in short is trying to show the rest of the penguins that he's more than just a pushover and has more to offer the team. And for this movie, Private really shines in it. He's really the heart and soul of this film. As for the rest of the movie, it is a bit cliche, and you pretty much figure out how it's going to end. Now, is this movie good? For the kids and the fans? Yes. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a couple adult-themed jokes, but there are so far in between that by the time you get to them, you pretty much get either a chuckle or a giggle. It didn't help that some of the good lines were pasted on the trailers and the promotion video before the release of the film. Now, the animation of the film was beautifully done, and the character models were a little bit better than the last Madagascar movie. As for the rest of the story overall, it is what you can expect from a children's film. It has an ongoing theme of teamwork, and the lesson here is no matter how small of a role you play in a group, you still play an important role. At least that's what I got out of it. So if you have children home away from school for the weekend, and you have nothing else better to do, make it a family outing. You and the kids will not be disappointed. And if you don't have kids, I would recommend waiting for the video release. It's a fun movie, just don't have your expectations set too high. Well, this about wraps up this week's review. If you like what you've seen, please leave a comment below. And if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button here for more upcoming reviews. This is Faceless, signing off.